Nothing has been teasing the tech industry for months now, with the announcement of its first ever smartphone, the Nothing Phone 1. And as we learn more about the device ahead of its July 12 launch date, a public debate has spurred as to whether or not the Phone 1 will actually succeed. I'm Harley Moran with Android Authority, and in this video, I'm going to be listing some of the reasons why Nothing might actually succeed with the launch of the Phone 1. And later in the video, I will also be explaining some of the challenges that Carl Pei and his team will have to overcome in order to get their first phone off the ground. If the Nothing Phone 1 succeeds, it'll be thanks to the main man himself, Carl Pei. For those of you who aren't familiar, Carl Pei founded OnePlus several years ago, which dominated the smartphone industry by offering flagship-level devices without the premium price tag. And on top of creating a competitive product, Pei's unorthodox marketing created a lot of hype for OnePlus. For example, when the original OnePlus phone was first introduced, you could only get your hands on a unit through an invite system composed of contests and referrals. This helped create a sense of exclusivity for the brand while allowing the company to balance supply and demand. But here we are in 2022, and Carl Pei is hoping that lightning strikes twice with the Nothing Phone 1. Similar to the original OnePlus, the Nothing Phone 1 will be launching through an invite-only system and will be made available first to Nothing's community members and early supporters. Also, the first 100 units are actually going to be put up for sale on StockX, which tells us that Nothing is really trying to cater the Phone 1 towards a younger, more hype-beast audience. Nothing has also been clever when it comes to sharing details about the phone. For example, when the phone was announced back in March, the company didn't show any renders of the phone, just some cryptic symbols. Fast forward months later, and we now know that the symbols from the keynote correspond to the LED lighting, or what Nothing calls the Glyph, on the back of the Phone 1. Since March, the company has also released a beta of its Nothing OS Android skin, showcased parts of the phone's design, and has been drip-feeding details regarding the release and specs for the Phone 1. Nothing has been giving us just enough information to get people excited. And even though some people may not be fans of the Phone 1 based on current information, what matters is that people, even haters, actually know that the phone is coming, because that's really Pei's goal. He wants to get people talking, he wants to build hype, and as it stands, it looks like Pei's strategy has paid off. Marketing aside, the unique hardware design of the Phone 1 may also be a key factor in determining the success of the product. Right now, the smartphone market is saturated with manufacturers focusing on the same areas, equipping its phones with slightly better cameras, faster charging, and a design refresh here and there. But with the Phone 1, Nothing is hoping to discern itself by introducing innovative hardware features. One such feature happens to be the Glyph interface on the back of the Phone 1, which is composed of 900 LEDs laid out in specific patterns. Now, the Glyph isn't just some accent light like you'd find on some gaming headsets. It's meant to be a functional part of the user experience. The LEDs can pulse when you receive a notification, indicate your charging progress, play an animation when you receive a call, and act as a key light for your subject when recording video. Nothing is also planning to open the Glyph up to app developers so that they may take advantage of the interface for custom effects. Now, are a bunch of LEDs gonna make the Phone 1 a huge success? Honestly, who knows? But what we do know is that the features like the Glyph show just how much Nothing is willing to step out of the box in order to differentiate themselves from the competition. Maybe the company has some other hardware tricks up its sleeve, although we're really not gonna know the answer to that until July 12. Based on what we know so far, the Nothing Phone 1 seems to have a fair shot at success. But there are key details that have caused some concern among consumers. For instance, while most new flagships feature Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, we know that Nothing has opted to use a Snapdragon 778G Plus for the Phone 1, which is considered an upper mid-range processor. Carl Pei claims that the decision to go with the 778G Plus was due to a balance between performance, power consumption, and cost. Nothing's decision to use a mid-range processor on its first ever smartphone is a bold choice, especially when flagships nowadays make a big deal about using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor. But there is more to a device than silicon, so we look forward to seeing more details about the phone's specs come July 12th. Now, another reason why the Phone 1's future may seem a little uncertain has to do with its release, or lack thereof. In a statement released to PC Mag, nothing confirmed that the Phone 1 will not be officially launching in North America, which comes as a huge blow to eager fans based in the US and Canada. And while nothing statement doesn't give any clear reasoning behind this, the statement strongly suggests that the company was unable to reach an agreement with any North American wireless carriers. The company has plans to launch a US-supported smartphone in the future, but for right now, it looks like nothing is going to be missing out on an important market with its first ever smartphone. And finally, if nothing really wants its first phone to succeed, then it's gonna have to get its pricing right. As it stands, rumors suggest that the Phone 1 will come with a mid-range price tag, and a recent leak has even listed the possible prices of the phone in different variants in India, with prices ranging from $393 to $457. If these prices turn out to be true, then the Phone 1 really has a fighting chance at competing in an already oversaturated market. And if nothing really follows through with the phone's performance, then the company has the potential to take away from similarly priced options, including the Google Pixel 6 and even the upcoming Google Pixel 6a. On the other hand, if nothing decides to price its phone in line with, let's say, the Samsung Galaxy devices or even the iPhone 13 series, then nothing is going to have a hard time justifying the Phone 1, especially given the phone's non-flagship level processor. However, this doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, especially since Carl Pei is at the helm, and he was the man who launched a brand known for affordable flagships. So as long as Pei stays the course when it comes to pricing, then there isn't really much to worry about. But still, anything can happen between now and the launch date, so we'll just have to wait and see. But what do you guys think about the Phone 1? Do you think it's going to succeed, or do you think it's going to flop? Let us know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload next. For all the latest and greatest in tech, be sure to visit us at androidauthority.com. I'm Harley Moranin, and I'll see you in the next video.